Good day everyone, and also to our instructor, Mr. Anthony Gamali. So, this is my oral video reporting about the Filipino nationalism. So, Filipino nationalism have different ways to show Filipino sense of nationalism. Filipinos have already shown their own way of nationalism in the Spanish colonial period. Some fought with their pains and tongues, while others used their arms and weapons. Weapons authority. Everyone had their own way to showing off to our country their love and respect. Some even died and were able to get back our country's freedom that we enjoy nowadays. But have we ever noticed how some Filipinos demonstrate their feeling of nationalism nowadays? Could read some thoughts in their portion about how some Filipinos show our nation their nationalism. To show our sense of Filipino nationalism, everyone must work, act, participate, respect, stand proud, and love. Let us work on our own, act today, and participate in the government. Respect including others' ways. Stand proud for who are. Love everyone as how you expect you would love you back. There are 10 types of different ways to show Filipino sense of nationalism. First, respect the Philippine flag and values Filipino identity. 2. Be productive. 3. Beware of the issues in our country. 4. Stand proud for every achievement. 5. Patronize and support our own products. 6. Preserve Filipino culture. 7. Respect everyone and value our traditions. 8. Speak out our own language. 9. Remember and commemorate our heroes' sacrifices for our country. 10. Love our family, our neighbors, and our countrymen. So let's start for the number 1. Respect the Philippine flag and values Filipino identity. Being Filipinos, we should respect our Philippine flag and its purpose. Story and value of this flag are connected to the freedom we have today. Encourage our fellow men to participate and respect our flag and its anthem and even our different symbols. They provide us our identity as Filipinos or citizens of the beautiful Republic of the Philippines. Number 2. Be productive. Do not rely on everything and then blame our government, but instead make yourself productive and helpful to the nation. Because some of Filipinos are blaming the government for any adverse things our nation would strike. True, there are some corrupt political position holders, but they're not all. The only issue here is that we rely too much on our government, then blame them afterwards. We should learn to stand on our own feet and be productive and helpful not only for ourselves but also for everyone. 3. Be aware of the issues in our country. We must be aware and update on the significant issues happening in the country. Extend help to the needy fellow men especially the victims of disasters like typhoons, flooding, and the like. Naturally, all of us use media in our daily life. We could already demonstrate our nationalism of to our nation by using this media. Some of our fellow Filipinos use the authority of the press to extend their assistance to others in the past calamities that hit our nation. They publish some data about how other individuals might be able to assist disaster affected individuals. 4. Stand proud for every achievement. Filipinos are competitive in many ways around the world. They are proud to be Philippines and to be brought to the nation for the awards. For their accomplishment, they unite every Filipino. We can be proud of Filipinos like Manny Pacquiao, the football team of Ascals, the basketball team of Gilas Pilipinas, and many more. 5. Patronize and support our own products. The Philippines has rich resources to create quality goods and products. The manpower services we provide are also globally competitive. Our economy will improve more if we ourselves patronize our own products which characterize our creativity, resourcefulness, and industry. In spite of Filipino migration all over the globe, nationalism is also self-evident. Millions Filipinos now support goods and products made by the Philippines outside of the Philippines. Everything is feasible with the emergence of the world economy based on information driven by free trade, market economy, and open capital markets. The Philippines, the Philippine products live up to the standard of quality and the modesty. 6. Preserve the Filipino culture. Is rich in various colorful cultural elements. They are, they are our identity. Be proud and preserve the culture we have they are our treasure. We have to keep them for the future generation. Migrant Filipinos who have practically grown most of their life overseas almost always return to the Philippines to explore our lovely British and the feature attractions a nation with 7,107 islands offers. Filipinos maintain a periodic TFC, the Filipino Channel subscription to get in contact with every Filipino. Forget about homesickness while overseas and instill the Filipino values that we see on their television. 7. Respect everyone and value our traditions. Filipinos are very courteous and respectful. You will acknowledge a Filipino individual everywhere you go because he or she has always been respectful of the elders and others, using the common but certainly classic who, uho, po, and opo. Even in modern times, many Filipinos show and value their noble norms and traditions. Although Filipinos overseas have held themselves as the peak of their interest in the prism of their domestic uniqueness, with a passionate approach to political, social, and economic liberty. Filipinos may have plurality in terms of divided islands, languages, religion, and ethnicity, but share a common country, love, and vision for a better Philippines. 8. Speak out our own language. Using our own language is manifesting and preserving our national identity. It is our unique means of communicating and interacting with our fellow men. Our language is an important tool to achieve further unity and national development. 9. Remember and commemorate our heroes' sacrifices for our country. There were many Filipinos who died for our democracy, freedom, and independence. Some fought using their pins and tanks, while some used the power of their arms and weapons. Each had their own way of showing their love and respect to our country. In today's generation, let us value and treasure our heroes, sacrifices, and devotion for our country. 10. Love our family, our neighbors, and our countrymen. The essence of life for most Filipinos is to create their family and nation a part of their enduring engagement. They may even express their dedication to unpopular choices, born to the advantage of the majority. We are strongly committed to our obligations. Filipinos create an all-out effort to work and make private sacrifices around the clock over the weekend hard work. These values, combined with an abundant reservoir of patience, had been cultivated by our beloved parents to our youthful minds. Bravery of Filipino workers abroad is an ideal evidence of human sacrifice for family love and nation love. Being away from home and dealing with the problems of life in a nation, you know, no one and risking yourself into many forbidding dangers are exemplary, particularly when serving a well-formulated task of sending remittances that in turn would help increase the economy of the nation and make it more financially stable through monetary asset. So, Filipino nationalism has a symbol of Filipino nationalism has Philippine symbols that promotes a sense of nationalism. So symbols are very, very important to people in quite a lot of countries, especially if the symbols are related to a sense of nationalism. The officially recognized national symbol of the Philippines are: number 1, the Philippine flag. The Philippine flag with red, white, and blue colors and a yellow sun representing the provinces of the country. 2. Coat of arms and the Philippines, also featuring the yellow sun with 8 trees depicting the original provinces in the Philippines. 3. Lupang Hinirang, Susinland, the Philippine national anthem. 4. Sampaguita, the national flower of the Philippines, symbolizing purity and simplicity The flower is small, white, and pleasantly fragrant. 5. Nara. The national tree of the Philippines, also known as rosewood. It is strong, sturdy, and durable. A common rainforest tree. 6. Philippine eagle. The Philippines' national bird. It is acknowledged to be severely endangered. The Philippine eagle is protected by law in the country, and there is extreme punishment for any harm done to them. 7. Dr. Jose P. Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. 8. Cariñosa of Tinikling. The Philippine national dance gracefulness is symbolized by this dance. 9. Carabao. The Philippine national animal. It symbolizes industriousness and hard work due to its use on many farms in the country. 10. Bangus. The Philippine national fish. It symbolizes versatility because of the many ways in which it can be cooked. 11. Mango. The national fruit. Philippine mangoes are considered the sweetest fruit in the world. 12. Barong. The Philippine national costume or clothing style for men. Unstuck shirt of thin fabric displaying Chinese, Indo-Malayan, tropical and Hindu influences. For women, barot saya, skirt and blouse with no collar. 13. Bayan Ko, Ang Pilipinas Kong Mahal are the Philippine national songs. 14. Arnis, the Philippine national sport or stick fighting. 15. Anahaw or Libestuna rotundifolia, the Philippine national plant. This plant is often used as hat, umbrella, or fan symbolizing the Filipinos' resourcefulness. 16. Nipahat, the Philippine national house, typically a small bamboo house with a thatched roof. Important dates, events, and persons in the rise of Filipino nationalism. The opening of the Philippines to world commerce. On 1834, Manila was officially part of the world commerce after reviewing different economic policies on 1834 to 1873. This is the period of the development of agriculture in the country, because foreigners shared their agriculture ideas. Various ports opened in 1855 in Sowal, Pangasinan, Iloilo, and Zamboanga. In 1860 in Cebu and in 1873 in Tacloban. Consequently, strong financial activity in the colony was stimulated that made the lives of the Filipino prosperous. Modern farming techniques were introduced and the means of transportation and communication were the boost financial advancement. Boost tobacco, sugar, and abaca manufacturing. How some Filipino become ilustrados. The middle class or the ilustrados were the educated Filipino who, by writing essays, articles, novels, or publication in news journal called La Solidaridad. Campaign for reform in the colony in a peaceful way. They were made up of the Principalia, or those belonging to the Spanish or Chinese mestizos, indigenous to Filipino or upper class. Their families were inquilinos who leased property to the friars. Agricultural production involved during Philippines opening to the world trade, which led them to become rich. They were able to improve their social status and send their children to European schools. They later clamored for reforms and equality, and their children became propaganda movement members. So this is my oral video reporting, sir, and that's all, and thank you.